Not too far back, I made a handful of videos about things that I'd seen in the news that bother me. And I'm not doing any more of those because they're not good for my own brain. A lot of people told me they were here for the ADHD content, and I get it. Though when you think about it, long stretches between videos, sudden abrupt changes of subject matter, that's about as ADHD as you get. I started this channel to promote my music, and then it got into being like a social media thing. People would interact in the early days. Then I started making dumb comedy videos, did video blogs about my baby when my first kid was born. It's hard for me to say the word vlog, even though it's been around for 20 years. Did album reviews for a little while. Did weird trivia, like where do boogers come from? And here we are back to personal. Like I said, that's as ADHD as you get. And honestly, when I got the idea to talk about my ADHD, of course, rushed right into making new graphics and stating that it's an ADHD channel and starting to make some content. ADHD was sort of trending at the time. Self-diagnosing, talking about their ADHD like it's something cool they just got at Hollister. I didn't want to be in that crowd. ADHD isn't a fun and quirky thing for me. It's debilitating. I do make fun of it, but if I had a choice, I'm not sure I'd choose ADHD. I mean, I do love that sometimes I can hyper-focus and get things done. I do love that I have many interests, but I don't like being the jack of all trades and the master of none. I don't like not finishing things. I don't like forgetting things and making mistakes and damaging stuff that I've forgotten. I don't like forgetting appointments. Until my heart failure, I had it together for the most part because I had my Adderall. My wife can attest that I am a completely different person on the med versus off the med. But for the last 2 years, I've been off the ADHD meds. My take, I'm dreading the idea of looking for another psychiatrist, because I really vibed that well with the last one. But I'm thinking about looking for some non-stimulant med. Can't take the Adderall because of my heart transplant. How am I now? Forgetful, random, start several projects at once. I'm forgetting things that my wife tells me all the time if she tells me like in the flow of the day. If I can write it down, she tries to schedule something and we're out and about and says, hey, next Thursday, can we blah, blah, blah. I refuse to answer because I'm too scared of double booking myself. I have to get home and look at my calendar. My physical written on calendar, by the way. I'm terrible with digital calendars. I use them, but not as effective as a paper. Should get one of those books that you carry around, but I'd probably lose it somewhere. Also, emotional dysregulation. Doesn't always make sense either. There's a song by the Kinks called Better Things. It's literally like Ray Davies is trying to point out that you got good things coming in the future. Here's to what the future brings. I know tomorrow you'll find better things. And it makes me cry. Why? I get disappointed or frustrated. It sticks with me longer than it should. I wish emotional dysregulation would include the happy ones. That'd be great. I also have this weird dysphoria about rejection. Have an event and somebody doesn't show. I wonder, is it because of me? What did I do? Did I say something? Not that they're just tired or busy with something else or just didn't want to come to the thing. It's me. It's gotta be, right? I mean, I should go to a meetup or a club or go scream on the screaming bridge with people. Something like that, but something always keeps me from having the guts, which is weird because before I was somebody who could stand up in front of total strangers and sing the stupidest songs. I would start random conversations with people I'd never met before. I met my wife by daring her to sing a duet with me. Yeah, and these days I don't. And I feel weird sometimes when people start a conversation with me. Like I don't know what to do, don't know what to say, don't know what to do with my hands. Don't know what's the right response. I'm overthinking the whole goddamn thing. So, when I see a string of shorts videos talking about all these happy things about their ADHD, I mean, I don't mean to gatekeep. And I could make like informational videos, I guess, but there are already people out there who are making such good content on that. I want you to keep in mind when you see something that doesn't seem to be an ADHD video, I'm kind of following my ADHD by making that video. Kind of like back when I made the random weird information stuff. Farmers feed candy to their cows. That is ADHD AF. I'm sticking with that. So as long as I can get myself to keep making videos, some of them will be specifically about ADHD, but to keep from repeating myself or being falsely positive, some of them will be about topics that come up in this screwed up brain of mine. That's about all I got right now. So if you stuck with me, thanks for that. And until next time.